back again for another Backchat Bite. I'm talking about working memory this time, and I'm constantly seeing children, boys and girls, but a lot of boys in my clinic with significant working memory issues. Well, significant on a WISC or another cognitive assessment, I should add, which is a very different type of working memory that I see clinically. You see, I'm looking at the child's function. I'm looking at the function of their working memory. So let me paint you a picture. Say you have a busy little Billy who hasn't had a great deal of serve and return in the early years. Parents are working long hours. He's done long hours in four walls of a centre, play-based curriculum, not a lot of talk. Billy's busy. He's dysregulated. He's physically, emotionally and mentally dysregulated. He needs connection and care. He's just had his first testosterone rush, so he's busier. But also with this, his working memory has taken a bit of a hit, as does happen in boys when they get a testosterone rush. It's the first thing I see. Difficulties with memory that they may not have had before, struggling to remember names of places, of people, maybe calling a friend or a cousin a different name. It could be a favourite drink like Fanta. Maybe they've started calling it Panda. Maybe you like throwing them upside down and they're now calling it upside over. Developmental language disorder has become a big diagnosis and a big term here in Australia. But I'm actually seeing many children, including boys, presenting with this diagnosis who've got more complex issues going on, including working memory issues. They can't remember or retain their language. But again, it's a huge issue. These little ones really struggle when they get to school. They struggle to remember their sight words, their letters, their visual working memory is impacted. They can't read the decodable readers because the decodables at school are heavy and they change. They change all the time. So these littlies can't even grasp literacy. They're constantly changing. Billy's struggling now, and like so many boys I see, family, cost of living crisis, are not spending the time with them to fill and to boost their memory levels. They're flat out working. Billy isn't doing his mental maths daily so he can get them. He's not doing sight word practice. He's not reading. He's not writing. Most children are being picked up from after school care until 6 p.m. and then it's bath and bedtime. Our literacy rates across the board are plummeting, and with more and more children presenting with learning difficulties and more children getting hormonal increases much earlier, which basically means their brains are shearing earlier, this is a real problem. Children's brains are shearing before they're even literate. And I believe the working memory capacity of our children is one of the biggest areas that has regressed in the last 2 decades. And its impact on whole of life outcomes is huge. Remember Snow White and the 7 dwarfs' names and Santa's reindeer? Thank you for listening to Conversations with Olwen. If you know somebody who needs to hear this episode today, please share it with them. Until next time.